Hello and namaste, beautiful beings. Thank you so much for joining us here for another episode on the Power of Attunement YouTube channel. We are so thankful that you are here today. And let me just introduce myself before we get into our video. I am Bexx Biehl-Kashyap. I am an attunement practitioner and I'm also a spiritual guide. And today we'll be traveling together on this video. But before we do that, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications so that you get to see all of our latest videos when they come out. You'll get notified. And smash that like button for us so others can see our videos more. And at the end of this video, if you found it to be useful, please do leave a comment and let us know how we're doing. So that's a little bit of formality for getting started. Thank you for being with us on this journey. Today, we're going to talk about something that I feel is up for a lot of beings in the spiritual community at large, and that is the topic of spiritual protection. So we're going to go deep into that topic and kind of vibe together on this for a little while. So let's dive in. When we're talking about spiritual protection, most people, in my experience, most people tend to go to a place of like, there's darkness coming at me, I have to fight it somehow. And they move into an activated warrior state of like, let's bring it down, let's take it down. There's darkness, let's meet it with more darkness. So that's not a very effective method, especially as we begin to mature more on our spiritual journeys. So today we're going to look at some techniques that we can use to stay balanced and remain in the light-filled place that we know to be home for us. So I don't know about you, but I'm a highly sensitive being when it comes to sensing energies. And earlier in life, that was a big challenge for me. It didn't feel good. I felt like I was getting like fire hosed by life itself, feeling everything around me. And obviously, I have not arrived. But I will say that in my journey, I have definitely picked up some tools, tricks, just some kind of general ways of being that have assisted me greatly. And I have to say, discovering attunement as an energy and consciousness practice has completely changed my life. It has given me a gift that I can barely even describe in terms of just feeling peace, feeling that peace vibration around me at all times. So what happens a lot of times for very spiritually sensitive beings is we go into a state of reaction instead of responding to a stimulus that may be coming into our life. We simply react. And most of the time when we're auto reacting to something, we're not showing up the way that we truly want to. I don't know if that's true for you, but it's definitely true for me. When I have just kind of a split-second reaction, it's usually coming out of like the monkey brain that doesn't really make the best decisions for me, right? So we know in this world that there are light and dark energies, and they both have a right to exist. Like, let's take that in for a second. They have a right to exist. Now, I know that I am guided by love and by light, and I am backed up by this universe. And so when I feel this kind of dark energy coming at me, or even interacting with it, I naturally move into a place of building up the vibration that feels like home for me. And I think if there's one single thing that I could share with people that are struggling with energetic overload and feeling like there's dark energy mingling into their experience that is overwhelming for them, it's to build your vibration up. So ways that we can do that. One of the best ways to raise your vibration when you're in a low place is to simply lean into gratitude. Like, I have had so many moments where everything that could go sideways, it feels like is. And I step back and go, I'm so thankful for this day. I'm so thankful for that amazing meal I just had. I'm so thankful to be here with this beautiful person I'm with. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful that I know the magic of attunement in my life. And then you just start going and you can go on kind of a gratitude rant. And then pretty quickly you notice that the entire vibratory field around you has now shifted. Congratulations. You've raised your vibration. Now, whatever funky energy you were feeling down here when you were right here in your vibration is unable to even access you when you've kind of propelled yourself up higher, if that makes sense. Like, we have the power as creators to always change the vibration around us. So I think one thing that I have noticed in the spiritual community at large is that many people tend to move into kind of a victim stance of like, I'm feeling everything. There's so much dark magic, or maybe someone is sending me bad vibes, whatever it might be. And they go into a little bit of a poor me place, which then justifies them activating a distorted warrior energy to come out and try to like fight fire with fire. What is the best way to put a fire out? Is it by dumping more fire on it? Is it by putting more gasoline on the fire? Is it by maybe hitting it with some wind and making it bigger? We know it's not. You would want to put water on it, or even dirt, like earth, could ground the fire down, right? So it's a similar concept in our spiritual journeys when we're looking at negativity coming around us in our field. I know at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, in the middle of the day, any time of day really, that I am here on this planet for a reason. I am beautifully and wonderfully made exactly the way that I am. And so are you, because we are here as messengers of love on a planet that is experiencing a severe deficit of it right now. So when we encounter this negativity in our lives, it is crucial that we move into a place of bringing what is missing. So if you are in a group of people and there's negative energy that they're kind of passing around, it happens very easily. Let's say one person has a complaint, then another adds to it, and oh, but you don't even know what happened last Tuesday. And pretty soon it's spiraling out of control. And if you are a sensitive person, you may be sitting there feeling like, whoa, this got big very quickly on me. How am I supposed to bring it back in? That's a perfect opportunity to return to that gratitude practice, to your place of joy, to bringing in something positive into the conversation and just subtly shifting it. So that's one really, really powerful tool as a light worker to shift the vibration around us, to strengthen your own energy field so that you know that what you are putting out into the world is in alignment with what you believe. There's a verse in the Bible that I love, and I wrote it down because I was afraid that I'd forget the passage. And it is a brief one that says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." And that comes from Isaiah 54:17. I love that passage so much. I was raised in the Christian faith, and as a child, I was very sensitive as well. And when I would feel kind of funky energy around me, my mother would remind me of that often, that like, yeah, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be dark vibrations and energies. But you remember that you are a daughter of the King. And this is taking more from the Christian faith, but the same concept applies. And she would remind me, you are a daughter of the king. No weapon formed against you will prosper as long as you remember your birthright, that you were born into love, that you were born into this world to help make a difference. You are automatically protected. And so as a child, I would feel like almost the dark shadows just move away from me when I would anchor into that, remembering that love is what is real. Love is what has the power to shift something negative into something positive. Love has the power to melt our hearts. Love has the power to open up new channels in this experience for us to experience life differently and to feel safe and protected. So remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And I'll add on to that, as long as you remember that you are a light being. Anchor into that light. Feel that connection when things get scary, when you feel overloaded and confused and just lost sometimes. It can feel very overwhelming to be a spiritually sensitive being in this world, right? Nothing can hurt you when you are in the place of love. You may feel the attempts, you may feel the vibrations come knocking at your door, but you don't have to allow that in. Like, let's go over that again. You do not have to grant access to your personal energy field if you don't want to. So when we anchor into that feeling of love, and when we really feel that current of love, we call that attunement here. When I'm feeling attuned and I'm feeling like my glandular system is whole and healthy, I feel relaxed, I feel calm, I feel centered, I feel prepared to meet whatever may come to me in this life. When I am not in my practice, let's say I'm just going through automatic thinking and patterns and habitual ways of being that are not completely conscious, I don't feel that way. I don't feel safe and reassured and connected. I feel lost and confused and strange, a little bit like a lost child in a fair. But the very second that I tell myself we need to come back to a place of attuning with Source, I feel this peace wash over me. I feel centered. I feel calm. I feel ready to meet whatever is moving around me in this world. So, powerful reminder to stay in that love light. We do not have to give our energy away to things that don't feel nourishing and uplifting for us. One beautiful thing about working with attunement as an individual is that you get a chance to really see the difference. When you are constantly attuning to Source, you are able to see so clearly and so easily that there is an infinite, unlimited amount of energy available for you to source through your being. I call it sourcing. Like, in the past we used to say, you talk about like Merlin, for example, from the King Arthur story, and he was a magical sorcerer who was able to bring big energy through. Well, I'm a sorcerer, and so are you. I'm a creator, and so are you. I'm connected to Source, and so are you. And as we stay in that connection and we grow that relationship with Source, we begin to see more and more and more over time, and so easily, how much energy is truly flowing to you, through you, for you. And then it becomes really easy to see kind of dark energies as a little bit of a pest, where you're just like, I'm not giving my energy to this today. I'm focusing on where I'm going. I'm focusing on this vibratory field that is expanding around me and I'm staying up here in the rightful place where I feel that love and I feel that peace around me. You are not a victim. You are an empowered creator who was fearfully and wonderfully made, and no weapon formed against you will prosper when you are staying in the light and you are staying connected to love and you are remembering that there is an infinite source of energy and love and healing available to you at all times. Thank you for being with me on this journey today. And I'd love to hear some of your reflections down in the comments. Let us know some of your favorite ways to raise your vibration and to come back into that place of feeling safe and protected and connected. And have a wonderful week ahead of you. And remember to stay in that love vibe. I'm so thankful to have spent this time with you. Many blessings, beautiful beings.